Hello, everyone. This is Tina from Tina's Workshop. It is Friday morning. I am recording in the morning. The house is quiet. Nobody's home. I figured it's a good time to go ahead and record while I can, hopefully without any interruption. And I did silence my phone. So it is like 11:30 in the morning. What are we at? We're at 59 degrees outside. That's it? Really? I could have swore it was like 80 when I was just out there. It feels warmer than it is, I guess. So I was about to record, and then I had a notification that I had something show up in the mail. So I ran up to get the mail. So we'll open that during acquisitions. Oh, it looks like it's kind of partially open. Good thing it's still in there. All right, let's see. Finished objects. Oh, wait, I guess you know what? I got so excited and eager to do this while nobody was home that I didn't even get my list up, my notes, to remind me of what I'm talking about. This is episode 59. See, I even forgot that. And it is May 2nd. But I do have a stack of things here. I think I have everything here that I need to have here. So we'll grab what's on the top of the stack first. I showed you the Icelandic wool that I was working on last week, and I have finished it. So I now have, I ended up with 349 yards. So I've got 349 yards spun up. And if you saw my video last week, you know I am trying to make a rug because Icelandic wool is a rough, itchy knot against the skin. And I put a pole up on the, if you're on your, this thing. If you're on your phone or a tablet or something, you can scroll through or on your computer. You just can't do it on the TV. Some of the stuff you can't do on the TV. But if you go scroll through your subscriptions, you'll find it, or you can just go to my page, go over the top to posts, and then you'll find it. And I put a poll up to decide which rug I was going to do. So you can go to that and you can vote on which one you think I should do. And that will hopefully be next week's video. So anyway, this is all done. It ended up about a worsted or Aran weight, I think. And now I'm being interrupted. Hold up. Okay, that was my son. Had to answer it. He's at work. Had to make sure everything was okay. Okay, where was I? Yeah, go vote on the community post about which rug I should do, and then hopefully that will get done this week, and will be the whole process of this will be the next video. So that is done. And let's see, here we go. I finished the Dappled Light Bandana Cowl by Kira Delaney. I was trying to move over because I know I'm going to post a picture. So here it is. And I have not actually blocked this. So you're supposed to block it before you attach this. And I didn't, because the day I finished it, I was wearing clothes that perfectly matched it and I wanted to wear it. So I didn't want to take the time to block it. So I was already getting teased by another fiber friend for not, she's like, you don't like to block stuff. I'm like, no, it's not that I don't like to block stuff. I mean, I've got stuff blocking right now. It's just that I wanted to wear it. Trying to get to where you can see it. So it's all finished and it's really cute and it's really cozy and comfy. I love this wool, this Jacobs fleece that I used from Meridian Jacobs. And the texture was just amazing on this. I love this bind off. I mean, everything about this, it was really an enjoyable knit. So I highly recommend her pattern. And of course, all patterns and things like that will be linked below. And if I forget something, just let me know. But it's super, 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 super cute. So that one's all done. And I still have extra yarn. I did not use all the yarn. So trying to set things go from one side to the next so that I'm not crisscrossing stuff. But I used, the red was dyed with madder, the brown was natural, and I got it at Meridian Jacobs. And I'm trying to think if there was anything else you need to know about that. So I've done 2 of her cowls now. I did her Bayshore bandana cowl. She's actually sitting down here doing it. And then I did that one. And she does wonderful patterns. And she does do videos with information, like she did 2 videos for this one. So it's not a video for the whole pattern. She does a video to help you figure out the stitches and stuff. So she has one video helping you figure out how to do these stitches. Then she has another video that shows you how to do the bind off. It's a Channel Islands bind off. And so, and if you live locally, she does classes and stuff too. So next item up for bid, a brand new skein of yarn. So I did that spinning class this last weekend, and this was the yarn that I brought, or not yarn, excuse me, sorry. This is the fleece that I brought with me and spun. And the colorway is called Beans, and it literally says, beans, beans, the musical fruit, the more you eat, the more you toot. It actually says that on the tag. So the colorway is called Beans, and I think it's spun up beautifully. This has all been set already. And I started off the way I normally do. And then I was learning different techniques and adjustments for my wheel and stuff like that. So I was adjusting things as I went. I was learning, so you're kind of getting this information now instead of later on in this video. I learned there's some different techniques. They're not new techniques, they're just new for me to have learned. I was too chicken to do them before because I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to do them. So I learned how to do long draw. I learned how to spin from the fold and, you know, do a few different things like that, or just understanding the adjustments on the wheel and what it means, whether it's going to make it draw in quicker or give more twist and things like this, which is why I took the class. So this is Ronmey, and Ronmey is kind of a medium length wool. So I could actually spin from the fold with this. And because when you spin from the fold, you're doing medium to long fleeces. If you do the short forward draw, like I'm always doing, that one is also your medium or long fleeces. And when you spin long draw, you want your shorter fibers, which seems kind of weird because I always thought long draw is, you know, you're wanting your longer fibers, short draw is going to be short. It's opposite. So I started spinning from the fold with this, and when I came home and I did my second bobbin, I spun from the fold with all of it. But I think I got a very nice, consistent, relatively consistent yarn. My second bobbin that I spun from the fold on it, I think it was much more consistent than that first one. But I think it came out with a very pretty yarn. Now I just got to think of what to do with it. And then I learned from that with the long draw and doing those short fibers. And one of the ladies there had a little bit of yak, and she gave me a little bit of it so I could practice. So here's my itty bitty little skein of yak. And the fibers in the yak are really small, like the fibers in the dog fur that I recently did. So today's video that's going up, that you will be yesterday for you, is another video on spinning dog fur. So the first one I had done, I had much more inconsistent yarn, which this one was like the worst of the whole grouping. The rest of it I sent to my cousin. This one I had mixed with Corriedale and it just was not working right. But then I spun the dog fur and look at how beautiful, and the consistency is so much better than I had done before. It just came out really nice, and the halo on it, and it is so soft. This has all been wet set, and it just came out so nice. And it was so much easier than any other way I had tried. Yeah, it was really nice. So I did another video. So if you haven't seen it yet, and you're interested in that, make sure and go watch it. And I walk you through how I spin this, but also how I finish it off so that it all gets washed and cleaned and everything else. So I walk you through the whole process. So if you're ever been interested in spinning dog fur, or you're just curious, go watch that. And if you're interested in cat, it's going to be pretty much the same process. So that is finished. I'm going to send this one off to my cousin too, so that she can see how this came out. And I have a feeling that this will end up being how I spin the rest of it, because I still have a whole lot of it to spin. So that is completed too. I think that's all my finished objects. Yeah, I think that was all the finished objects. Is that enough? I got quite a few, which is mostly yarn I was spinning, but it's still a finished object, right? So on to works in progress. My bracelet just caught on my pants. On to works in progress. I am working on that Kai tank by Amy Christoffers, and which is going to end up being a video. This is with that Cotton Terry yarn by Bernat. And so I'm going to do a review video along with what I'm making. And I have gotten, so this is, if in the picture you might have noticed there's like a little division for the bottom, so it's like split on the sides. So this is where I was at last week. So I've got the back piece finished. So there's where I was. So I did all that. So the back piece is finished and it's on the next set of needles. And I've started the front piece that has threads going everywhere right now. Go away. There we go. So I've started the front piece, and this has to get worked 3 inches. So that one was 5, this one's 3 inches, and then they'll join together and start working the body. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm using Prim ergonomic needles. I do really like these. Some people don't like them at all. I like them. So that's what I'm using. And I'm super excited about that project, and I really want to just kind of keep working on it because I want to see how it's going to come out. So pretty much have that project I'm doing right now. So I have 3 works in progress, but that's my main project right now. So I also have the socks that I carry in my purse, so I have something to do, which I started this off with if you remember, I was doing the Mahogany Run socks by Kay Linton, the Crazy Sock Lady. But there's one problem. They have I think it's like an 8-row pattern repeat. And this is supposed to be that mindless thing I carry in my purse that I don't really have to think much about. And when I have to keep pulling the pattern out to figure it out and count my stitches and everything, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's not going to work as this mindless in my purse project. So I switched it. So I had started the first 3 rows of the pattern. So you'll see like a little hole here and another one here because it has an eyelet pattern to it. So I started the first 3 rows of it, and then I switched to just vanilla socks, which is also her pattern. And I kept track of what I had done. So when I do the next set of socks, I'll do those same 3 pattern rows there before I start the socks. So they'll be the same and I didn't have to tear things out. And I'm just going to work, because it's the same stitch count as the vanilla socks, so I'm just going to work vanilla socks for the rest of it. I still think it would have been pretty to have done, but if I'm going to keep this as my in my purse project, that's not really going to work. And here's the yarn. It's that Hasauki or something, and the tag is somewhere else. I've mentioned it before and I will mention it again, I'm sure. But it's a sock yarn. So it specifically says sock yarn on it. So basic sock yarn. The information for that yarn, I think, will be in the show notes below. So show description. You guys know what I mean. And my other work in progress is the one that stays by my bed at night, and I work on it a little bit before I go to bed while I'm watching TV. And that's the Cozy Memories blanket by Shelley DuPont from Polka Dot Creek. And I've gotten a little bit done on it. I'm currently working with the yarn from the cowl that I finished. So that's the one that was dyed with madder. So there is where I'm at so far. And when I last showed you, I think I had completed that square. So I've now done this one, which was the other cowl that I did by Kira Delaney. That was the Bayshore Bandana cowl I used these colors for, which was an alpaca. And then I did this square, which actually has multiple yarns in it because I had some yarns that I did not have enough to do a full square. So this was this hat, Madeline Tosh yarn, City by the Bay. And I only had a little bit left. So that was the first one I used here. And then this one and this one was from this cowl. And this one went with this one and red, and that was the fall socks that I had done, and that was yarn from, I think it was Happy Mermaid Yarn Company. So that's where I was at there, and I had one more tiny ball that will get added in at some other point when I have multiples like that. So then I did, this is the dark color from the cowl, the one I just showed you, and then this is the red color from it. So I'm working on that one right now. So that's where I am at with this, and it's been fun to just sit and work on, and it's one of those more mindless things. Once you've figured out the pattern and you know it, then it's really easy to just sit and work on. So I work on that while I'm watching TV at night, and I need to get some other stuff done so that I have some more yarn to put in it, because I don't think I have anything else to put into it right now other than that little tiny ball. So maybe the Flower Power one will get some work, because that's the other one that's in there for something to do. Jacob's Fleece. I haven't done anything more on that one. I guess that is all the things I am currently working on. Acquisitions. I guess acquisition's the only other thing because I don't have anything to show you with stuff my husband's doing. Life stuff spinning class I already told you about. So acquisitions. I went to local yarn store day. The day of my spinning class was actually local yarn store day. So that one was at Fiber Circle Studio in Petaluma. So I had my class and I bought something, then I went and got my hair trimmed, and then I went to Pearls of Joy in Healdsburg to support them because those are the two local ones that are my favorites. And so at those two stores, at the first one at Fiber Circle Studio, I picked up, of course, a green yarn. I couldn't help myself. It was so pretty. It's by Coast to Coast Yarn Company. So there's the label. And it's this beautiful green with the little browns in it. The color is called Understory. It's a classic DK 100% superwash merino. And it was dyed in Kansas. So it's really, really a pretty yarn. So you know where that's going to go. That's going to go with the rest of my greens. And I have been drawing out things because I've gotten to where it's going to get made into a blanket. You know, I keep changing things. So originally it was going to be a shawl, but I just have so many yarns and I don't really use shawls hardly ever, but I love blankets and I love to make blankets. So it's going to be a knit blanket is what I'm planning at the moment. And I'm trying to write a pattern for it because I have something in my head and I'm trying to work that out. So I've got stuff down on paper. Now I need to I'm going to try it with some scrap yarn first before I actually start using all the good yarn. So that's a big work in progress. So then I went up to Pearls of Joy, and they're the one that has the Comfort and Joy Yarn Company that does the colorways for the Nancy Bates stuff. And I had a gift certificate my husband got me for my birthday. So I spent that and I bought the colorway for the California Poppies by Nancy Bates. It's in her California book. And so it's got all the pretty colors. And I love California Poppies. And it comes with the little tag for the hat. Come on, focus. There we go. So it's got the little tag. So Comfort and Joy Yarn Company. I think, I was looking to see if she has it on here, but she doesn't. I think her yarns that she uses for this are superwash merino, I think. But she doesn't actually have it on here. But she dyes a bunch of other yarns that they have up there. And I think they're pretty much all superwash merino. So I have that one. This one I actually need to make 3 of these hats because I want one, my sister-in-law wants one, and a friend of ours wants one. But this was my birthday gift yarn, so this one's gonna be mine. So I have the Acadia one to do and I have this one to do, but I want to finish this shirt, the tank top, before I start working on these. But I want to do it. And I did finish, I blocked and put the label on the one for the Lake Tahoe that you guys saw I was doing. So that one, you've seen it finished, but it will be going to its home this week, but it's got its little tag on it now. So And then while I was there, they do mystery grab bags a lot of times on special days like that. And when I was a kid, we'd go to the craft store. It was oh, what was it called? H&H. It was called H&H Craft. And I loved that craft store. That craft store was amazing. It was like at Christmas time, it was like a Disneyland type store because they had all these Christmas trees around the edges, all decorated. There would be animated things, and then there were baskets in front of it with the ornaments that were on those trees, and it was an awesome craft store. But they would do little mystery grab bags all the time, and Mom would let me get the mystery grab bags. I loved doing that. So I have a soft spot for mystery grab bags, and they do them up there, and I've gotten theirs before. So I grabbed one, then it said it had a skein of yarn in it with that had baby camel and silk. What was it? It was 80% wool, 10% silk, and 10% baby camel. And I was like, okay, I'm grabbing that one. I like the baby camel. Where are you at, baby camel? Where's my baby camel? There's my baby camel. I have a soft spot for my baby camel. It's so soft. So I grabbed that one. It was the first one I saw. I grabbed that one. And I got lucky. It's green. It's so soft and it's green and it's just, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I think it's a bulky, so I don't really want to use it in the blanket I'm doing. Does it say what it is? Yeah, it doesn't say exactly, but looking at it, it looks like it's more of a bulky. So I don't know, we'll see. But Arcanua, there's the label. And it's a yarn company I have not gotten yarn from before, so that's kind of cool because I like to try different companies. Lauka, in the beautiful landscape of the plateau of the Arequipa and Paranacotta regions in Chile. The Laucan River is born. It follows its way across the imposing mountain range of the Andes until arriving at the beautiful Lake Coipasa in Bolivia, becoming one of the few rivers that both countries share. And I probably completely butchered that, but that is what I think the color that is on the back for the color. So that's what the color is, I guess, supposed to represent, is that river. So that's kind of cool. Yarn inspired by ancient Chilean crafts made from hand-painted natural yarns. Anyway, that was my $10 grab bag. So that was really nice. Okay. Oh, and I went before the video started. Pretty bag. So this is from Barley Pearls on Etsy. And I see my bag's open a little bit. So it's a good thing that the item is still in here. And I don't think they usually put any little extras, because if they did, they wouldn't be in there now. I've been eagerly awaiting it. So I think I showed you, I tried to make a little bag a while back and it came out really bad. So I decided to just buy one from Barley Pearls. They make great bags. I've bought bags from them before. And I will link them below. So I got their little mini bag. Isn't it cute? And got camper trailers and VW buses and stuff. It's like, this bag is totally me. I love this kind of stuff. So it also has, look, inside, And that's their actual label, which is kind of neat. So it is for this project. It is this bag is specifically made to hold that single cake, and then you can stick your sock project in there, and then that can go in my purse, and I can pull that whole thing out and it's not getting caught on anything in my purse. So it's all together. So that, you okay, baby? Yeah. Hi. You okay? Dobby starts hacking from time to time, and always in the most inopportune moments. Huh? Yeah. Anyway, so this bag is going to go into my purse with my to go project, whether it's a sock or a Musselburgh hat, and it can fit into there and have all that stuff that I need in it. So I'm super excited about that. I'm glad that came in. I've been eagerly awaiting it. And yeah, I think that's it. If you enjoy my content, hopefully you do. You're here, so hopefully you enjoy it. Please make sure and click like. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe. So I hope you guys have a great week. Have a great weekend. My camera screen itself just shut off on me. I guess that's my cue to say, see you later. Bye.